fights with passion, and he inspires.
Are you ready for a war?
All right, welcome back to From 8 Arbitration. Day 4 of Boston, day 2 of the appeals. So we got a lot to cover today. Had a lot of fun today. Got a lot of shout outs I'm going to do. The room that we're in, room 507, we only had it till noon today, and I didn't know that. And so I just put it out on social media that we're going to do some shout outs on this episode. So I've been getting covered up with shout outs. So we're going to do those. If I don't get to them, I'll do them on the next episode. That'll be Sunday, all right? Today, the appeals, part 2, went the same as day 1 of the appeals. So had the appeal about Mr. Henry, also about the DUI, and then the dereliction of duty where he didn't show up for the rap sessions. And all of them are about the same. The votes are about the same. It's about 2,500 to 1,700. Kind of fluctuated a little bit in Renfroe's favor. Now, y'all know me. Hey, the victory for us was when Renfroe said, hey, I'm going to determine that y'all are not going to hear this appeal. And so the CLC stood at the mic. Y'all remember that? We stood at the mic for about 3 hours Monday, and the body voted unanimously to hear the appeals. So they overruled the president, right? Because this is not an oligarchy. We're gonna do things as a body, the supreme body. The bad thing is, and y'all know me, I'm a militant motherfucker. And anybody that's been here, that's been around me, knows that I'm a militant son of a bitch. And that's just how I am by nature. I'm a militant motherfucker, you know, and I'm going to fight for the letter carrier as much as I can. I don't care about the executive council. I don't give two fucks about them. I've got some friends up there. You know, James Henry will be the next president of this union. But I don't really give a fuck about the executive council. And I think that they know that. What happened in this vote is unforgivable as far as the things that are coming to me and the CLC and others about how the business agents got involved in trying to influence this vote. And I will name names. I have no issue with that. And not one of these motherfuckers will come address me. That's just how it is. That's how I am. I don't give two shits. People have been messaging me all day about who it was that was trying to influence them, and I've been telling them. Again, because I don't care. You know, we won the motion to have people hear the vote. What good does it do to be a delegate, to come up here if your business agent is going to tell you how to vote? Why even come? Just stay your ass at home. But business agents, some were directly making threats, and then some were telling them as a group, be careful how you vote. If you vote Renfroe out, there will be no one to continue the collective bargaining process. And they bought that shit. You have RGAs texting individuals saying that how you're voting is going to end your career with the union. These things happened. These are not things that I'm making up. But if I am spreading false rumors, who gives a fuck? My president just got exonerated from that. They said that they didn't care that he spread false rumors against James Henry. So who gives a fuck if I do that? Maybe I'll just make up some shit and start spreading false rumors about business agents. There's not shit you can do about it. You can't bring me up under Article 10 charges. I don't hold a position, first off. But even if you do, I now have precedents that I cannot be held accountable, right? I'll give it to Renfroe. Today, he's very well spoken. He's persuasive. The motherfucker lies. He lied all damn day. Chris Jackson continued to catch him lying today. He caught him lying all damn day, was pointing it out, showing it. The body still voted. Now, all we wanted was for the body to be able to hear these charges and vote. That's what we wanted. So that was a victory, like I said. But it was short-lived because of the business agents, how they got involved with this vote. And nobody can say that that didn't happen. There's too much evidence, too many people talking. I wish an RGA would tell me that my career was ended with the union. I'd kick that motherfucker so hard in his ass if somebody came up to me and said that shit. I wish a business agent would try to tell me how to vote. I'd kick that motherfucker in his ass. I'm up here on behalf of the city letter carrier. Those business agents, the same bitches that were sitting there telling people how to vote, they work for us, and that's what I would tell them. These people on the executive council that got the business agents, those talking points just like you see on the news, they need to be kicked in the ass. It just did, you know, it's disheartening to hear all of this. You know, the messages that started flowing in about their business agents getting involved with this vote, it was disheartening because you want the members to vote, to feel free to vote. You know, I mean, that sounds like some national politics type shit there. For people to say, hey, you know, we had people strong-arming us about how we're going to vote. But, I mean, hell, it is what it is. All of the momentum right now is with the CLC and going forward to 2026. The outpouring of love and support from people all across this country today after these votes, they said that they're more emboldened now than ever, encouraging. We're not going anywhere. Our fight, it starts Monday after the convention. I've said that all along. We knew that these charges were probably not going to succeed. I had a feeling that the people would do the right thing with James Henry because what that man did to him, that's straight bullshit. To disparage that man like that, he had no interest. And what was funny today was when we were talking about that charge, is that Renfroe said, hey, I know that there's and he lied about this. He said that Chris Jackson tried to introduce the sexual harassment policy, that he tried to attempted to introduce that in the hearing that they had in front of the panel of 3. That Chris Jackson tried to introduce it then, and just like in arbitration, we would fight to keep that out if we were going in arbitration. And so that's why they didn't let that in, is because it was no different than going up through the process and then management trying to introduce something at the hearing. But I didn't go to all these people to try to spread rumors. I went to them for counsel. And so that was what Renfroe was saying. He said, I didn't go to these people to spread rumors. I went to them for counsel. You know, I went to them for guidance. I went to them because they're mentors of mine. And that's the reason I did that. It wasn't because I wanted to disparage James Henry. Well, when it came back to the rebuttal, Chris Jackson said, I want you to find in this policy where it states that when somebody makes an accusation of potential sexual harassment, that you go seek counsel from someone outside of the HR department, Ken Raker. I want you to show me in this policy where it says that when somebody makes an accusation, that you go to all these different people for counsel. He said, you show me that in this policy, and I'll withdraw this charge. And Renfroe completely skated around that. He completely skated around it. So unfortunately, I mean, the gentleman is still dishonest today. That's water under the bridge. I mean, those charges have been dealt with. The body's voted. But like I said, you know, when you interfere with the voting process, when you strong-arm individuals, entire regions, when you have these meetings, and you're not really strong-arming, but you're saying, hey, be careful how you vote, because if you vote out Renfroe, the alternative is Barner. Or if you vote out Renfroe, there will be no one to carry forward the collective bargaining process. You're interfering with people's vote. That is not how we should be doing it. As a business agent, you should shut your fucking mouth and let the people vote how they see fit. They're listening to the same testimony. They're listening to the same rebuttal. But if the gig is already up, why even do this shit? And that was what was pissing me off, is because, you know, we've spent a lot of time to make sure that the body was heard, to make sure that the member's voice was heard, and then you influence the member's voice. But anyway, they cannot influence the member's voice come 2026, because those same bitch-ass MBAs that were doing that punk-ass shit in there today will not be sitting at y'all's couch when y'all cast your vote in 2026. I told you this motherfucker was gone, and he is gone. All the buttons that say he's one and done, he's one and done. He cannot protect himself from 2026. The motherfucker's a narcissist. He lied all fucking day today. And after today, it's going to be the last I talk about these charges. Because, like I said, those are voted on, right, wrong, indifferent. It's over with. All right? But it pissed me off that these punk-ass business agents, those little bitches got involved with this thing because the city letter carrier, they're the ones who are affected. I say this all the time. The only people I care about are the city letter carrier. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. The city letter carrier is the only one I'm fighting for. I'm not fighting for any of those dumb motherfuckers on the executive council. I don't give two fucks about them. I'm not fighting for any of those bitches that are MBAs. I don't give a fuck about them. All I care about is the city letter carrier. And when you influence delegates' votes, you're affecting the city letter carrier because the city letter carriers are the ones who voted for those delegates to be here. Let me do these shout outs real quick before I forget. and then I'll get back to it because I'm not finished chewing on a motherfucker's ass yet. All right, let's just start off the jump. All right. Hey, Corey, can you do a shout out for me? Can you shout out all the Quincy Center carriers and tell them not to be afraid of Big Mama? And they said that they would understand exactly who Big Mama was. So there you go. Let me do a shout out to the entire Discord community. Everyone in there has become so dear to my heart, and I love and value each and every one of them. And that's from Mallory Sutton. She's an all-star. She's the one that does the From 8 Arbitration website along with Jeremy. I think she's also participating in the CLC website. But that Discord community is tight as hell. They're a family, and are very aggressive and militant as well. If you've been on the Discord channel, which has grown, has probably doubled in the last few days, people getting on there because they're having second-by-second account of what's going on inside that convention, which is pretty badass, I would have to say. Keeping people informed about what's going on. So if you're not on Discord, get on Discord. If you go to from8arbitration.com, it will prompt you to Discord. And it'll have a thing when you get on there that says for starters, I believe that Mallory put that up there. Very easy process. Get on there. And they're constantly talking about grievances, doing things like that. Also, Reddit is the same way. They're growing like crazy right now because this movement that's going on, not the From 8 Arbitration movement, but this movement to take back over this union has only just begun. It is small right now. It's big enough right now to win this election, but we're growing. And by the time this election gets here, it will be monumental. The amount of defeat these sorry motherfuckers over there right now are going to take. The margin of victory that's going to happen, and I'm calling it now, is going to be unlike anything this union has seen. Because people are sick and tired of the shit that went over there today. These cowardly motherfuckers protecting themselves. They vote for this motherfucker on these appeals. When Chris Jackson first brought these up, all of these fucking, the establishment. Then they get in there today. The establishment takes over the vote, threatening individuals, strong-arming individuals, saying that your career's over with by how you're voting, encouraging people not to vote against Renfroe. That's the same bullshit we've been dealing with that I've been talking about. These cowardly motherfuckers are going to sit there and do that shit on the convention floor. But anyway, that's from Mallory Sutton. This is going to be all day, man, because this is my last one in Boston. This is my last one in Boston until Sunday when I'm back at the crib. All right, here's another one. We'd love to give a quick shout out. Tom Perry, Stewart in Provo, Utah, branch 887. Thanks for everything you do, Corey. Absolutely, my brother, and I love you. I appreciate it. Give Pro Labor Alliance a shout out. Suggest folks follow them on TikTok, and I'll do that. Pro Labor Alliance is a huge friend of labor, and they're also a huge friend of From 8 Arbitration. They're constantly putting up things from 8 Arbitration. But if you follow Pro Labor Alliance, they do a lot of stuff for labor. So if you love labor, you should follow Pro Labor Alliance. They have a great Facebook page, a lot of followers on there, and so they got a TikTok. So get on the TikTok and follow Pro Labor Alliance, all right? But they're definitely friends of labor and a huge friend of mine, and I appreciate them, and I tell them that all the time. Corey, shout out to Hemet, to Lake Elsinore, and tell the fucking piece of shit abusers there that the stewards are coming back. Much love from California. Absolutely. Shout out to Branch 3126, specifically God Podzorski and Don Ferraro and all the stewards. Shout out to Rural Carriers and solidarity to our brothers and sisters in light blue. And I got a lot of them from Rural Carriers that are listening to this convention and are highly upset with how things went, because they've been following us as well through all of this. And so they've been messaging me all day. Can't believe how it went. But hey, look, like I said, the members spoke. That's all we wanted, was the members to speak. But unfortunately, you had these bitch-ass MBAs get involved with it and try to influence it, right? But a definite shout-out to the Rural Carriers. Please send a shout-out to Jason Kelly from Southwest Iowa Branch 314. He's been back home carrying mail and listening in with you every day. So there you have it. Mr. Jason Kelly, I appreciate you, brother. I'd like to give a shout-out to Branch 383 in Paducah, Kentucky. One member of our branch we call Boyd would like you to call him a motherfucker, but I'll leave that up to you. So, Boyd, you're a true motherfucker, man, and I appreciate you, all right? So there you have it. I'd like to give a shout-out to Mike Harmon from Branch 479. So, Mike Harmon, there you go, my brother. Branch 8, Lincoln, Nebraska. Wanted to give you a shout-out. So, Branch 8, Lincoln, Nebraska, I appreciate y'all. Corey Grott from Branch 728 in Wisconsin said he's a huge fan of the podcast and loves the podcast and listens every day. So, Corey Grott from Branch 728 in Wisconsin, I appreciate you. All right, Smoky Mountain Branch 419 from President James Collins. Wanted to give you a shout out. So 419, Branch 419. There you have it, baby. Would greatly appreciate a shout out for Branch 72. Please keep up the great work, Corey. Absolutely, man. Y'all keep listening. We're going to keep rolling. Like I said, this shit's just getting started, man. I'm a militant son of a bitch, like I said. And shit like this just, it fires me the fuck up, man, to protect us even more. This movement, the CLC, baby, this shit's getting started. Today didn't do shit for me but fire my fucking ass up. And so, especially hearing these punk-ass bitches, MBAs, trying to do that shit, trying to take y'all's voice away from y'all to protect this piece of shit motherfucker we have up there as president. That's all that did. Those MBAs took the city letter carrier, who's out there working this week, in the rain and the heat, the storms that are coming in, out working all week, hoping that the delegates are doing their job right to vote in their favor, how they want. And then you got these bitch-ass MBAs getting involved, taking y'all's voice away. I'd be mad as fuck if I was a city letter carrier. Hell, I am a city letter carrier, and I'm mad as fuck to hear that shit's going on. But anyway, let's see who's next. All right, Corey, if you do any more shout-outs in the next podcast, can you give one to Branch 12 out of Central Massachusetts? I'm a shop steward but wasn't able to join my branch for this. Hope you get to meet some of them. Man, I've met so many wonderful people all week. There has been so much love shown to me that I couldn't even begin to explain. And I cannot thank everyone enough for coming up, man. We've taken 8,000 pictures, and it's been incredible. And I'm the worst picture taker in history. I'm the least photogenic human being that there ever was. Somebody messaged me, it's like, you got the same smile in every picture. My other face is ugly as shit if I don't smile. So I have to smile, because if I don't smile, I look stupid as hell. And so it's the same ass smile in every picture, because that's all I got, because I'm the least photogenic human being on the planet. So I appreciate that person calling me out on that. But anyway, there you have it, my brother. Branch 764. Somebody messaged me and said, hey, we want to give a shout out to Branch 764. We definitely support the CLC. And hey, we appreciate that. And the CLC supports every one of you city letter carriers who got fucked over this week by these punk-ass MBAs that try to influence this vote. And so we're going to support y'all. I promise y'all that. I'll give you my word right here. Every fucking city letter carrier in this country is going to be represented. Unlike the shit that went on today, that shows you exactly the difference between the CLC and these bitches up there on the stage and on these MBAs. Because we're here for the city letter carrier. Those motherfuckers in there are there for the establishment. And that's what I told y'all a while back. Is that watch the establishment protect this line egotistical, narcissistic son of a bitch up there at our president. Watch them circle the wagons against this bitch. That's what I kept telling y'all. When these charges came out, I said, watch the establishment protect this motherfucker and let him off the hook. This motherfucker cried alcoholism all fucking day. And that may be the case. But every fucking charge, man, I was drunk as fuck when that happened. And what about this one? I was drunk as shit when that happened. Fuck, I don't even remember half the shit I did because I was a drunk motherfucker when it happened. And I went to rehab for 6 days and now I'm better. And Charlie Miller called his ass on that. Because the motherfucker has still yet to apologize to a single fucking individual. Gave him an opportunity today to apologize for James Henry and he blamed James Henry for everything. That's the most narcissistic son of a bitch. Now, he's well-spoken. He's a well-spoken little bitch. I'll give him that. And he did a good job speaking. He's convincing. But the motherfucker's a liar. And so, I assure you, the CLC will put the city letter carrier first. That's a promise from me to you. All this bullshit here, and like I said when we was talking in that meeting with the CLC, I'm going to hold the other business agents accountable when I'm business agent Region 8. That's happening. I'm going to hold the executive council accountable when I'm business agent. I will hold James Henry accountable, and he told me to. He said, this stuff that's going on, you make sure you hold me accountable when I'm in that position. I'll do that. I'm not going to be like these little lapdogs here, these little ass-kissing motherfuckers over here that tried to influence a fucking vote. That's not going to happen. When the CLC gets in here, baby, it's the city letter carriers first and fuck everybody else. That's what's going to happen. All right, let's keep going on. This is going to be 18 hours of me just cussing motherfuckers. Are y'all all right with that? Good. Let's keep on with these shout-outs. Shout out to Branch 5938 Hurst, Euless, Bedford, Texas. Especially our local president. Prayers to him for some medical issues. And our stewards, Basilio, Smitty, and 50-year NALC member and treasurer Jim Carroll. So there you have it, and I will say a prayer for your president, okay? And I appreciate you reaching out with that one. So anybody who prays, pray for this individual, this president right here, Branch 5938 Hurst, Euless, Bedford, Texas. Got a lot of listeners in Texas, man, and I appreciate y'all very much. A lot of support from Texas, and so thank you. All right, got a Nashville brother, Branch 4. That's my branch, and we represented today. Because we're not buying this shit that went on, and ain't our fucking business agent knew better than to bring his ass over there trying to tell us shit about how to vote. Every one of my people stood the fuck up today. They knew what the fuck was going on. They read the Weir report. They read everything else. They were educated and knew how in the fuck to vote. Our business agent didn't come over one time to say shit about how we're going to vote. But anyway. I was wondering if you can give Branch 4 a shout out. Hell yeah, Branch 4, Nashville, Tennessee, and the surrounding AOs. Shout out to the Donaldson Union crew. Thanks, buddy. So there you have it. Donaldson Station, Branch 4, Nashville, Tennessee. There's your shout out. I got a lot of these today. The APW here in San Diego, and a lot of us around the country are keeping up with the convention appeals and podcast. We are really rooting for fair and thorough discussion and voting on the floor today. We are there with you guys. Shout out. I can't say enough how much I value my relationship with NALC stewards, and especially Trustee Onofro here in San Diego. Looking forward to updates through Reddit through the day. So there's the APW saying, hey, we look forward to a fair and thorough discussion. Well, you can fuck that. That shit went out the window when these punk-ass business agents decided to get involved with this vote. So any fair and thorough discussion was out the fucking window. They set this shit up from the beginning. That vote to hear the appeals was unanimous by about 700 votes, and it flipped 1,000 votes for the rest of the week. And that's solely because these little bitches that are MBAs got involved attempting to strong-arm people, misleading people, gaslighting individuals, and these are the words that people were sending me. I'm not making that shit up, but if I was making that shit up, it doesn't matter, because the body voted today that we can spread rumors and make shit up and there's no consequence. So I'll do whatever the fuck I want now as far as making shit up. Now, the issue is I have integrity. I wouldn't do that. Anything I tell y'all, I have evidence and proof. But if I was to decide to make shit up about a motherfucker, there's not shit anybody can do to me, because we just let this lionest motherfucker I've ever known, our president, who made up shit about Mr. Henry, to disparage that man and intentionally try to hurt him. The business agent said, you better vote for Renfroe. Integrity be damned. And that's your executive council. That's why they're all a bunch of bitches. All right. One of my RAAs just told me that there's a text from one of the RGAs that the way some of the delegates are voting is ending their career. So that's from another bitch that is trying to influence a vote. Here's another shout out. Shout out to Branch 157 out of Philly, especially Sammy, Kevin, Jolly, and Frank. So there you have it, Branch 157, showing you some love. A shout out to Branch 193, San Jose, California, from Rachel Garnsey. So there's you another one, Miss Rachel Garnsey. Shout out to Branch 193, San Jose, California. Hey, Corey, shout out to all the Lions in Branch 704, Claudio, Justin, Curtis, Jeff, a.k.a. Bologna Bill, Alexis, and Demas. Thanks, brother. So there's another good one. Shout out to all the Lions in Branch 704, Claudio, Justin, Curtis, Jeff, a.k.a. Bologna Bill, Alexis, and Demas. Thanks. All right. So there's one to the Lions, and I love that shit. The Lions are growing, I tell you that. It's growing by leaps and bounds when I say the Lions are coming. The motherfuckers were here all week. We didn't go anywhere. We stood right in the fucking doorway, right in the fucking back. If somebody wanted to come say anything to us, we were not hard to find. On the first fucking day, we sat up there for 3 fucking hours getting ignored while we held down that fucking button. Not for us, but for the city letter carriers, that this president wasn't going to be able to dictate to us how we were going to fucking do things. He thinks he's got that much fucking power. This will embolden him this week because his MBAs did his fucking bidding. It will embolden this little bitch for a few days. Then this contract will come out. Hope to God it comes out. No idea when that motherfucker's going to come out. But it emboldened him with his little ass. And so the MBAs did this motherfucker's bidding, got their talking points out that, hey, if we get rid of Renfroe, we got Barner. Well, motherfucker, Renfroe appointed Barner. So he's just as culpable for that we have no alternative except him. So we're stuck with this lying motherfucker because Barner is more incompetent than the president. That's how fucked we are right now. It's holy shit, man. You fucking MBAs, man, left us with this lying motherfucker. We can't get you motherfuckers out of there fast enough. You lying pieces of shit. All right. Would you mind shouting out Branch 385 in Youngstown, Ohio? Absolutely. Absolutely. I love my people from Ohio. Got a lot of listeners there as well. So Branch 385 in Youngstown, Ohio, there's you some love, right? Dalton Mann, Branch 116. Appreciate all you do and will continue to support you and others for protecting the members. So Dalton Mann, there's your shout out, my brother. I appreciate you and everything you do for our people. We're going to need many more just like you. We're going to need many more fucking Lions. And we're going to find them. We're going to get them in spots to where we have people back in positions to protect the city letter carrier. That shit's going to happen. We're going to overtake all these bitch-ass motherfuckers like these MBAs, the executive council, who did that shit these last 2 days. To take the voice away from the city letter carrier, that shit will be done. This is temporary for these bitch-ass motherfuckers over here today. It's temporary. Okay? We're going to get back to educating. I'll get back to that. And that's what I've been telling everybody all week, you know, that I hate getting on here and getting upset and cussing. I want to get back to educating. And I would say that I want to get back to educating away from all that I'm doing because, you know, I don't want to hate my union the way that it is, but I do. And the shit that happened today is Exhibit A of that. When I say that we have to take back over this union because of the corruption, you saw that today. Because of the good old boy network, the good old boys, the good old bitches, they were on full display today. The inner circle of the executive council was on full display today. That's exactly what y'all saw. Is a bunch of dishonest, disloyal, unethical motherfuckers taking over a vote. And that's not, like I said, that's not hyperbole. That's me stating straight facts from things that people have sent me. First-hand knowledge. First-hand knowledge of that shit. But hell, if it's a rumor, who gives a fuck anyway? I can't be held accountable for rumors, no way. So if anybody wants to get on social media and say he's just spreading rumors, tell him to go fuck off. We got a president who just got exonerated from that very shit, spreading rumors about Mr. Henry. So anybody who's saying I'm spreading rumors, tell all of them they can kiss the entirety of my motherfucking ass today. All right? Every corner of this ass can be kissed by them motherfuckers. Tell them that. All right. I'd like to do a shout out, please. It is noted below. I'd like to shout out to Branch 88, who sent me to this convention, and to Amy Simmons, who is handling my steward duties in a hostile environment while I'm gone. Amy, kick ass, girl, while he's out. All right? You keep kicking ass. And if you need anything, you holler at me. Message me. All right? Because I hate to hear that shit. But to Debbie Dixon, one of my original mentors. To Branch 1296, my first branch, and the steward who took over after I left. I'd say her name, but they're in the Discord, and I don't want to dox them. I got you. Finally, I'd like to do a personal shout-out to former sister and steward, Taylor Moore. She was a fierce fighter and a brilliant grievance writer and a Table 2 Step C carrier. We lost this sister, as she had to work 2 jobs just to live in the town we were in. We lost a brilliant mind to our low wages. Wages a majority of our retirees will never understand. Taylor, if you hear this, I hope you're successful in whatever you're doing. I know you will be. Thanks, Corey. Let me know if you need me to shorten it. No, that's good, brother. I got you. I got you. We'll take care of it. I'd like to do a shout out to all the people that had the guts to stand up for what they believe in at the convention. And that's both sides. I'll say that. Anybody who wasn't influenced by these bitch-ass motherfuckers we have as MBAs and executive council, anybody who wasn't influenced by them, that actually voted how you felt, kudos to you. That's what it's all about. If you honestly felt that Renfroe was right, and the executive council got it right, if you honestly felt that way after you read the Weir report, after you read the panel report and the rebuttal, after you made yourself knowledgeable on all those things, then you heard the testimony today in the rebuttal. If you came out of that saying that Renfroe should be exonerated, after you educated yourself, kudos to you. That's how it's supposed to work. If you read the Weir report and the panel report and the rebuttal, and you felt that the executive council got it wrong, and that's how you voted, kudos to you. If you listen to these punk-ass bitches that are business agents that intentionally try to influence this vote, and you let these cowardly motherfuckers influence you, shame on you. Shame on you. You have lost all respect from here on out. That's all you've done. You didn't help this union one fucking bit. You helped the establishment is all you did. You helped these bitches, these MBAs. That's all you did. Keep their fucking jobs for 2 more years. Them motherfuckers are going to be gone anyway. And I know who you fucking are. We'll put people in place to kick y'all's ass out of your fucking office. We'll do that. And these motherfuckers that are on the stage that support this shit, you motherfuckers are gone too. I'll buy you a fucking bag to put y'all shit in and help y'all load it up in y'all's funky ass cars to take y'all's bitch asses out of Washington. I'll do that for you. I'll buy my own plane ticket. And I'll get 8 boxes of trash bags to throw all y'all's funky ass shit in when it's time to come 2026. And get you motherfuckers out of there, as dishonest as you motherfuckers are. All right, here's another one. If you want your excellency. Hey, baby, I'm a city letter carrier and nothing more, all right? Can you shout out the Branch 201 AOs? Derby, Mulvane, Augusta, Caldwell, El Dorado, Eureka, Fort Scott, Greensburg, Hayesville, Kingman, Medicine Lodge, Newton, Stafford, Valley Center, and Wellington, Kansas. The small offices also have a voice. Please get involved. And listen to me, every one of y'all right there, you do have a voice. I promise you, you do. All of those who made mistakes and listen to y'all's bitch-ass MBAs today and let them influence y'all on how y'all supposed to vote, you still have a choice. You still have a vote. Every one of y'all have a vote and have a voice. It will be heard in 2026. All of your voices will be heard in 2026. I promise you that. Your business agents cannot influence that. They can influence a few. Just like I heard that some business agents were saying that if you're supporting the CLC, your career is over. Too many people have come up and told me that the business agents are saying, if you're supporting the CLC, your career is over. I tell them motherfuckers, y'all's career been over since y'all supported this bitch-ass president. Y'all are on borrowed time right now. You got 2 fucking years. You're on the fucking clock. You got 2 years, bitch, until you're fucking gone. So don't threaten my ass. The CLC is fixing to take over this union. So anybody who threatens y'all about the CLC, tell them to kiss your fucking ass. All right, got branch 825, but specifically Villa Park Station. Got branch 12, Worcester, Massachusetts. Shout out to Philly, branch 157, especially Sammy, Kevin, Frank, and Jolly. Chartel Station, worst in the nation, my station. We got branch 132, East Texas. Corey, can you do a shout out for me for branch 4 for our Lions? This includes yourself. Absolutely, brother. And we do have some Lions in branch 4. Shout out to branch 181, Austin, Texas. All right, can you shout out to Jennifer Ogden and Fernando Palafax back on Salt Lake City, branch 111. Pretty please. There you have it. Shout out to the NALC branch 79, Seattle. Thank you for all your hard work. Absolutely. Shout out to branch 1563, Ukiah, California. And I hope I said that right, my brother. Would appreciate it if you could shout out President Chris Greeno and the rest of branch 495, Vermont. There you have it. Branch 373, Cedar Rapids. There's your shout out. Shout out to branch 1203, San Angelo, Texas, to President Christopher J. Coley and Chief Steward Sean Wheeler. Shout out to branch 124, New Orleans. And I finally met JB this morning. Wish I had got a picture with him as well. Now that's funny because this individual came up to me and was standing beside me, and I had my little credentials on, and she looked over at me, looked at my credentials, and I said, "How are you doing?" She's like, "I'm not looking for you, I'm looking for JB." I said, "Well, damn." I said, "Well, he's down front." And so I thought that was funny. "I'm not looking for you, I'm looking for JB." All right, branch 358, Northeastern New York. There you have it. Shout out to the brothers and sisters of branch 452, Chillicothe, Ohio. Still pissed we didn't send any delegates this year. Shout out to NALC branch 40, Cleveland, for the kick-ass officers, stewards, and Formula representatives. Shout out to branch 1314, President Diana Hughes and Haney Safey. Those are good friends of mine. Shout out to Mud from Renfroe. Okay, you got me there. Shout out to Mud from Renfroe. Yeah, that's quite the duo right there. That's a good one. Shout out to branch 4374, our president, John Siexer, and members from Utica, Michigan. Joshua Peterson, branch president of NALC 828, and all the members of branch 828, South Central Indiana. The delegates helped us raise over $9,000 for MDA buying JCAMs, steward bookmarks, and day-off calendars at the convention. Our year-round website is www.lettercarriercalendars.com. Thank you for your hard work, Corey. So there you are, www.lettercarriercalendars.com. So y'all get on www.lettercarriercalendars.com and get y'all some calendars, all right? Shout out to branch 439, Greenville, South Carolina. Nicholas Prietti, Scott Shepard, Zach Foster, Mike Valansky, Boone Exford. Severely disappointed in the delegates. Their vote tells me they didn't take this seriously and looked at the convention as a free vacation. All right. Shout out to branch 1477. And I talked about those delegates in some of these regions, what happened. Branch 609, Newport News, Virginia. Give them a shout out. Branch 334, Merged, Framingham, Massachusetts. And if I'm butchering these places, please forgive me. I'm from Nashville. I hardly ever leave Nashville. So a lot of these places I've never heard of, and I apologize. Illinois Merge, Branch 219 in LaSalle. Give them a shout out. Branch 84, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Renetta Scott, Supervisor, Farmington Branch 4377. Branch 950, Abilene, Texas. Branch 191, Wilmington, Delaware. Shout out to everyone in Branch 320 in North Oakland County, Michigan. Branch 274, thank you for all that you do. Best, Bag, Mike T, and Weller, continue to give management the fucking business. Branch 230 Merged, Hudson, New Hampshire. Shout out for Branch 280, Marion, Ohio. Small, but 100% committed and on the raise. Thanks, brother. Hi, Corey. I'd like to give a shout out to all Branch 66 in Wheeling, West Virginia. Shout out to Branch 72, Concord, New Hampshire. Branch 385, Sullivan, Mattoon, Windsor, Illinois. Branch 124, Mike Alexander's a bitch. Branch 348, Humboldt County, Eureka, California. The branch is Shithouse Paralegal. Branch 70, San Diego. Hey, if you get a chance, want to do a shout out to Branch 316, Ottawa, Illinois, and Branch 287, Streeter, Illinois, for which I'm the outside steward for. Again, want to thank you and JB for all the help you've given me with grievances. I feel like I was a good steward before, but with your education, it's made me an even better representative. I want to thank the best national business agent, Mike Cariff, for asking me to represent a neighboring branch that really needed it. It was nice to meet you and JB and even your branch president, Dana Chambliss. She's a hoot. Hopefully JB gets a lunch sometimes. All right, Matt Dover, the Angry Mailman, Branch 62. No matter how the vote goes, Renfroe can kiss my white cheeks. So, there's one from Matt Dover, the Angry Mailman, Branch 62. No matter how the vote goes, Renfroe can kiss my white ass. So there you have it. And then here's about 10 that are telling me about what their business agents are doing, about these meetings that they had, influencing, strong-arming these individuals. I want to give a shout out to our Vice President, James, and I hope I say this right, Geis, or is Giese. I would say Geis, and Ruben Figueroa. Man, you didn't take it easy on me on this one. You should have given me some kind of translation on these. James Geis and Ruben Figueroa, NALC Branch 213, for not letting our postmaster do what he wants in protecting us. James was up on that podium ready to speak and make that motion. So there you have it. And I hope I didn't just destroy their names. So this business agent, named in my name, came up to us this morning and told us, be careful who you voted for because the alternative is Paul Barner and he sucks. That motherfucker was walking around this region like a chicken with his head cut off this morning. Yesterday, my branch president was going to vote against the council's decision, but today he changed his mind. And I got so many of those. And here's the thing that was funny. We're voting on a very serious matter, right? You stand up and you say aye or nay or whatever. You stand up and be counted and you sit down. If your side wins, the body's spoken. If it loses, the body's spoken. You had some of these business agents, and I saw y'all, running around like they just won the fucking Super Bowl. That's how fucking sick these bastards are. Jumping up and down. One of them's like 3'6". And this motherfucker had to get in a chair so that people could see this motherfucker celebrating. That's how fucking sick these dumb bitches are. Sitting there running around like they won the fucking Super Bowl because they were able to influence the vote. Well, that's all the shout outs I got. Any more shout outs, I'll do them on the next episode, which will be Sunday. All right, so today, day 2 of the charges. It went the same as yesterday, about the same number. Overwhelmingly voted to hear the charges on Monday. And then today and yesterday, about 1,000 vote difference on the charges. I'm all about democracy. I'm all about my voices being heard, and that's what we fought for Monday, right? We vote for the voices to be heard, the city letter carrier to be the supreme body. Those delegates were the supreme body. They were sent here by those city letter carriers back home and are working their asses off. We fought for that to be heard because our president, who thinks that he's a dictator and a tyrant and an oligarch, thought that he was going to tell us how we were going to do things. He forgot that he works for us. He thinks he's the supreme being. And we taught him a lesson Monday. They have these meetings about these talking points, and then they start disseminating these Monday and Tuesday because they knew that the vote was going to be Wednesday. They start disseminating this shit Monday and Tuesday to their regions, to their branch presidents. Some strong-arming them, some threatening them. Others, just a slight hint. Be careful how you vote. You got Barner influencing. Be careful how you vote. If Renfroe's gone, we have nobody to do the collective bargaining. Well, who in the fuck was doing it when this motherfucker was sloshed and AWOL? I think that we carried on quite nicely. I think President Rolando was involved with that, right? I think that Paul Barner and Jim Yates were involved with that, right? So who did it then? When this motherfucker just walked out for 3 fucking months and decided, hey, I guess I'll go back now. Fuck, I ran out of shit to drink and came back. So you're going to threaten people? Well, if he's gone, motherfucker ain't doing too fucking good of a job. It's almost 500 days. Still ain't got a fucking contract, and you're threatening people with if he's gone, our collective bargaining's going to be affected? Holy fuck, man. Have y'all been paying attention? It's been almost 500 fucking days. So, I guess you can tell it kind of set me off because to me, I want the will of the people to be done. I want the voices to be heard. I want the city letter carriers to be represented every fucking step of the way. That's all I want. That's all I ask for. Let the city letter carriers be represented every step of the way. And that did not happen yesterday and today because you have the establishment. You have the good old boys. You had them get involved in this vote. And it's not right. But what's done is done, right? Can't go back, can't change it. The vote's the vote. But don't ever be a cowardly motherfucker. That's the only thing I can tell you. Don't ever be a cowardly motherfucker. Always walk upright. Always walk with integrity. Understand who you're representing. You're representing the city letter carrier. You're not representing the good old boy system, the establishment, that bitch we have as a president, the punk ass bitch we have as vice president, all these other motherfuckers on the executive council who laugh their fucking ass off because they influenced this vote and know what they fucking did. These little bitches that are jumping up and down like they just won the Super Bowl because they know what they did as far as influencing this vote. Don't be that. Have integrity. Represent the city letter carrier every fucking day you're on this job. Love the city letter carrier, and shit like this won't happen. You love us, put us first. No matter what. No matter the vote. If you put us first, everything will be right. So anyway, that's day 4 of Boston. That's day 2 of the appeals, right? Tomorrow, I will not have an episode. It'll be the last day of the convention. We'll be going to the baseball game tomorrow night, flying home Saturday. But I'll be back Sunday. Don't know what I'll be talking about. But I'll call somebody a bitch. I know that. Somebody will be called a motherfucker Sunday. I'm almost assured of that because my carriers are not represented at the national convention. I know that for a fact. But even if it's a rumor, who gives a shit? Because I can spread rumors now. There's nothing wrong with it. I can say anything I want to about a motherfucker. There's not shit you can say about me. Like I said, if you don't like me spreading rumors, kiss this ass. That's all I can tell you. Because we got a motherfucker at president. We got that motherfucker who spread rumors on a guy. Devastating rumors. Not shit happened to him. Motherfucker's out drinking tonight with some of these regions that sucked his ass. So fuck you if you don't like me spreading rumors. I'll spread whatever in the fuck I want to because it's okay now. I can call anybody a bitch I want to because motherfucker did that to one of my friends, Susie Miller, and was not held accountable for that. So I'll call him a bitch. I'll spread rumors about him, and there's not shit you can do. But I got integrity. I wouldn't do that. And I'll call him a bitch, but I won't spread rumors on the motherfucker. Hell, he don't need no help. So I'll talk to y'all Monday. Hey, thank y'all again for this week. I have felt more love than you know. Y'all are fantastic, and I love each and every one of you. Do not be discouraged and do not be dismayed. Listen to me. Do not be discouraged. Do not be dismayed. We have just begun to fight, and that's the truth. This movement is young, but it is already overwhelming. This is not, like I said, it's not the From 8 arbitration movement. It's the movement of you. When I tell you, do not ever underestimate the power of you. That's what I mean. We're taking back over this union. CCAs, we're going to get you united, right? All of you younger carriers, we're going to get you united. All of y'all are militant as shit, and we need you, right? But now that the convention's over, you'll see more and more of the CLC. You'll see more and more of the ticket get put together. Those of you who came and saw us in our meeting rooms when it was spilled out down the hallway, thank you. We love each and every one of you, and we are here for you. We're not here for these motherfuckers up on the stage. We're here for one reason and one reason only, the city letter carrier. That will never, ever change as a promise, all right? I'll talk to y'all Sunday. Thank you again for this week. I love each and every one of you. Y'all have a great rest of the week and be safe getting home. And all you carriers that are still out there getting it done, I love you. Talk to y'all Sunday. Bye.